that time once again. It's Friday, it's just after midday. We're back with the weekly updates ahead of the 24-25 season getting underway. Mark, good to see you.
Good to see you, mate. Look at that.
And good to see you with the shirt as well.
Look at that. Some famous names on there even. Yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah, they look great, mate, to be fair. All of them turned up on time. Credit to Dave at Macron. Done a great job. And they look great on. Really, really good. So we're going to be wearing our brand new away kit, which is the iconic original Milan Wanderers kit.
Yes.
At Poole next week.
Oh, brilliant. I was wondering it was going to be that one, maybe the orange and Paul
maybe
the switch
it's
around.
going to be the Milan one. And on top of that, there's going to be, all three have arrived, there's going to be like a bundle deal to get them now. So you can get them literally in 2-3 days flat, the brand new strips. So that's going to be put on our website and socials, etc. soon. Anyway, sorry, mate.
Brilliant, no, fantastic and quick turnaround as well,
Yeah.
as Mark just said there, in terms of the shirts getting out there. In terms of the home shirt making its debut, Mark, what do you reckon? Maybe the advertiser trophy for the new one, possibly.
Yeah, looks that way. Yeah, looks that way. Looking forward to that game, annual game.
Great stuff. And we've been back in this week for pre-season, of course, in the new format, 3 days a week, and also a new venue, Reigate College, as well. So we're back underway with pre-season. Mark, how's the first week been with the lads?
Yeah, brilliant. Partnership with Reigate Grammar School this year, so training on grass predominantly, and we are looking forward, really excited by that. They've really looked to support the club in its need to find a training home. So we're over the moon with that. We'll be in between Meadowbank and the grammar school at the Hartwood site. Provides amazing facilities, and we really appreciate George and his team down there facilitating that. Lads back in. I mean, this time of year, every team, every club, it's all smiles. People have had that little break. They all seem fitter. They all think they're going to win the league. Standard stuff, really. Be my 25th pre-season, so I know what to expect. I mean, I'm definitely pleased with how we've returned. There was a lot of work close season. We had a group of lads, Tony Craig, Charlie Carter, who's now our captain, club captain, which we're over the moon with, Dan Pybus, Dan Gallagher, Seb Bauman, Matt Briggs, George Frankham. There was 7 boys that needed attention all close season due to ongoing issues at the back end of the season. Bauman and Gallagher, Bauman's back in training from his broken foot. Won't make the Poole game, but that's purely based on a contact situation. He's been right at the front of all the fitness stuff, but we're not going to rush the contact element of Bauman. Dan Gallagher has had a hernia op. Obviously, we missed him at a vital stage of the season last year for 10 weeks. So Dan is going to be back in training next week. He's now fully recovered. How could I forget McShane? McShane is way ahead of schedule.
Brilliant.
Way ahead of schedule. He has worked beyond belief. Still think we're looking at autumn, but he is way ahead of schedule. George Frankham is back in training. That's been like a combination of like loads of scans to find what the issue was. We think we found it, but we need to be careful. Briggsy is now back in training, so which is great, which is really, really good. And the one that's taken a little bit longer is Dan Pybus. We think he's going to be given the all clear to train. He's gone under numerous scans, Achilles issue. So he'd be behind everybody else, hoping he'll be training the next week or two. He's not done anything for a long time. So, and Tony, we had to get some work done close season. He couldn't train at the back end of the year. He was just trying to play games. So he's now training fully. So hopefully we see the return of Tony. I think by Tony's own admission, at the back end of the season, he weren't fully fit. But with Dan being injured, especially, we were really caught short of the backs. He was playing games, he weren't fit. But now I think we'll see Tony back to his best. So they're this kind of glut of boys we've had to nurse through. The new boys are in. Brennan Camp in particular, Jordan Williams, super fit, looking super great. Reece Murphy as well. I'm not going to rush Reece. He's off the back of an injury at Yeovil. Not a serious one, but I don't think we'll see Reece maybe for a couple of weeks. But he's certainly looking super fit. And of course Harrison Folks as well. So new boys settled in brilliantly. And I think for all the other lads, it's just a really welcome break. As big a welcome break mentally as anything else. But when you see the boys out there, we've obviously got a great squad. And I think the boys are just excited to get back winning matches, to be honest.
Great stuff, and really encouraging from what you're saying there, Mark, in terms of the overall shape of the squad and the complexion heading into pre-season. Of course, it's been really well documented through this week on the YouTube channels and the social media, so we recommend fans check that out. Some really great coverage of the new format of training and where we're heading. And what's been great to see as well, Mark, this week, some of the academy lads have joined in with the first team, haven't they, through pre-season? So we've got Joel Brown, Mason Miles in there as well. So Sal Marino as well from the B team. Yeah,
that's right. We've got four. We've got four lads that we've chosen to do pre-season. Really, they're boys we think are advanced or got the ability, and it's obviously throwing them into that environment. You seem to get to see where they are. Hayden Gale is the fourth. Salvatore, Mason Miles, and Joel.
Yeah.
They're going to be part of everything we do, part of all our pre-season friendlies, and that'd be great for them. Obviously, we really are working hard on developing our own players. That's really the creme de la creme of any well-run club, but it takes an awful lot of time to get to the point of fruition, and we're getting closer. There's some really good young local talent there, so we'll see them in friendlies, and at the moment they're just going through the hard work at pre-season, realising that maybe a men's pre-season is a little bit different to the academy one.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and a great preparation for them on the senior side and of course the academy side. And in terms of in terms of the squad as a whole, then Mark, we've got our business done really early, didn't we? As far as you see it, is that us done? Do you think in terms of between now and the start of the season, or are you looking to maybe still have a little look and tweak things ahead of the season getting underway in a few weeks' time?
No, that's definitely us done.
Yeah.
I think the only difference will be if anyone doesn't meet expectations. They'll be moved on pretty quickly. There won't be. I'm not interested in development or all of that stuff. The objectives are clear. The objectives are to be league champions, and if we feel like we are lacking in an area, unlike last season, we'll act on it very quickly. We'll have those conversations. The boys are more than aware that the standards are going to be really high. As they have to be, with the expectation of wanting to win the league, or certainly run it really close. I don't think there's a cat's hell chance we'll be outside the playoffs in a month of Sundays. I think anyone who beats us will win the division, but I think unlike the luxury of the EFL where it's 4 up and 4 down, I think to win a division, I've always said you have to have that little bit of luck on your side, and you also have to hope that no one else has a bit of luck on their side. I mean, we've had years before where random teams have, ended up with a left winger scoring 35 goals and been injury free and just had a innocuous season, a kind of Leicester City, if you like. And you have to get your own. I think to win a division, things have to go your way. But with a setup as good as ours, and we've improved our setup this year off the pitch, the expectation minimum has to be top 3. And I said this the last time we was in National South. I said from the start, our minimum expectation is a playoff home game, but the expectation is to win the league, and that doesn't change for this season in what is a better squad than the one we had that year.
Fantastic. And, well, we're nearly back underway with the action, aren't we? Pre-season schedule coming around from next week. We're down to Poole in Dorset. We're very much looking forward to that one. One fixture I wanted to touch on was the latest addition to the schedule, which is Rushall Olympic on August 3rd, coming here to Meadowbank, obviously as a result of the Whitehawk game not going ahead now. But yeah, just talk us through how that one came about, Mark. Rushall Olympic visiting us on the 3rd.
Yeah, no, I mean, the Isthmian League fixtures got pulled forward a week, so anyone who had planned a Step 3 team was without a game. So we teamed up with Rushall. I think that's the first time we've ever had a south and north friendly. So that'd be good. Really well run club from what I understand. So really appreciate them coming to Meadowbank. And we're looking forward to all of our pre-season games. You know, we're not in a position having artificial. Where we can attract Football League clubs, and it's important people realise that. They might look at our pre-season games sometimes and it's a bit underwhelming, but you know, we've got an artificial pitch, and you know, Football League teams ordinarily won't play on these type of pitches. So we're very fortunate to have great relationships with all of our neighbours. We look forward to the Advertiser Trophy at Leatherhead this year, but all of the games we've got have been keenly contested. Like I said, this time of year, everybody thinks they're going to have a great season. You know, we'll be using the friendlies to look at things we don't know. We're not interested in things we know. You know, with some of our boys have been here 7-8 years. We know where they're best suited, in what formation. We'll be using the friendlies to really look at the new boys in variety of scenarios. And blending them in, do you know what I mean? So we're really looking forward to. I think that we're looking forward to winning matches again because we've got a great squad and we're going to win a lot of games.
Excellent stuff, and of course the 3 home fixtures in pre-season here at Meadowbank, all on sale now. Dulwich Hamlet, Farnham, and as we just mentioned, Rushall Olympic. So Wanderers fans, get online and get your tickets for those. Should be really good. Mark, thank you for your time, and head of Poole will.
Sorry, thanks for nudging me, but on the supporters, like it's crucial. We've got to be a kind of big club now. A big club in the sense of us, not anybody else. You know, because having that sort of hardcore home support of a few thousand in this division is going to make a massive difference. Yeah. We've seen how Maidstone are just, you know, every season they're going to be in the top 5 because they've just got that home advantage, and we want to make sure that. And to be fair, we've grown our crowd, we've doubled our crowds, and we've spent 2 seasons in sketchy relegation battles. So I do believe our fans are they're not kind of like fair weather. But I think it's important to get straight back out, get behind the boys, keep the singing going, keep the chants going, let everybody continue to remember what an amazing club we are. And you know, we're looking to do great things for the fans this year, and it all begins now.
Absolutely, yes. Of course, we mentioned the 25th anniversary as well, and we really look forward to welcoming fans back at Meadowbank. Phenomenal support throughout the 2 campaigns in the National League, and very much look forward to welcoming them back shortly at Meadowbank. Mark, thank you for your time as always.
Well, if anyone's going to bar sewing, Paul, that's the spot we're going to hit. If anyone's out and about, get down there, Wanderers style.
I was going to say to you before we signed off, what's any recommendations for Poole next weekend?
We're going to go Barso, I think. That's the plan. Going to stay down there, and that'll be our little team gathering for this year.
Brilliant. You heard it here first. We look forward to that next weekend on the coast. We'll catch up, of course, before then, Mark, this time next week. Thank you for your time, and good luck next week with the boys in training.
Cheers, Dan. Thanks, mate.